at the mess on the desk. Absolutely chock full. But anyway, that's not what we're here for, is it? What are we here for? We're here for... Next! I was going to call it Barbara then. We're here for the Barbara sorbet. Barbara sorbet. We've got the Roxton Air banana sorbet. I've heard bad things about this. I wanted to try it. This is £10 a gram, Jesus Christ. So I've heard bad things about this. It's £10 a gram, and I bought some. What the fuck was I thinking? I guess we need to know. That's the thing with this channel. To anyone new to the channel, thank you for being here. YouTube does not like medicinal flour. So there's no way on earth this channel's ever going to get monetized. So everything you see on the channel, it's me spending my personal money on this stuff, and therefore very often wasting my money. But, you know, it's not a waste. The choice I've made is to use my money to help people out and to help myself out and to know whether any of these varieties are worth it or any good. So I had a few people ask me about the banana sorbet, and even though I've seen quite a few reports of it being really, 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 like just really dry. I don't know anything about Roxton Air. I'll have a quick look up, but who knows? And the reports I've had would suggest that this is nothing special. Can I smell banana? Can definitely smell flour. Yeah, that doesn't smell of... Oh yeah, there's a hint of something fruity there. I'm not sure I'd say it's banana. There's definitely a hint of fruit. Let's have a look. They're quite big buds. Oh, I can see some bad trimming and some bad leaf on there though. Let's have a look at that bit. Oh, I just lost it. Oh yeah, that's some bad yellow leaf. Oh, that is some... Oh dear. Dear. Okay, so I can show you these. I hope I can show you these. So this is an indication of the quality of the plant these have come off. That is not good. That does not say to me this plant was supremely healthy when they chopped it down. That says to me that there was some severe problems. Look how yellow and burnt that is. It's the first thing I saw, the remains of a yellow, burnt, dying off leaf. And there's another one next to it. Now, why was this covered in burnt, dying off leaves? Because the plants aren't healthy enough, that's why. And you're going to be able to taste that. Yeah, the same bit has another leaf on it that's like that. And looking at another one, there's the remains of a stalk of a leaf, and the leaf that was on that was yellow. Yep. Tell you what though, open it up, and it's dead on the outside, obviously, as usual, but you open it up and it's just sparkling like crazy. Wow, that's crazy sparkles. But yeah, it says on the back of the packet, look, 8.3% loss on drying. This does not feel like it's 8.3%. And I've also noticed that THC content is 29%. Now obviously this is from our old friends Cantourage, who like destroying flour as much as humanly possible and then literally making us all pay for it. And this is another example of where they've hired people who don't know what they're doing, or they have just destroyed this on the way. Another leaf off a different bit of the flour. It's looking just as bad. So judging by that, I would say this is going to be really harsh. Not particularly pleasant. And no, it just smells of standard crap. It doesn't smell of anything in particular. Well, that's the Roxton Air for you. Banana sorbet. Seriously, what are you doing, Cantourage? Well, it's a shame because one of these buds is a massive boulder, but it's covered, absolutely covered in dead yellow leaves. The thing with Cantourage is they just don't care. They do not care in the slightest. I've tried having conversations with them and all they've given me is legal threats. They're an absolutely appalling company and they should be ashamed of themselves. So we'll stick a 72% Boveda pack in that and we'll hope upon hope that something comes of that. This came from New Grove Pharmacy. They will send you Haribo. Everything comes in a box, comes packed with packing peanuts, won't all shake around, it won't get destroyed, it won't get crushed. So this was packaged in Portugal. So I mean that's our first sign there that things are wrong. Packaged in Portugal, probably by Portocana, although it doesn't say. I would imagine Cantourage are going to try and hide Portocana as much as possible, if they've got any brains. The only dispensing pharmacy, according to Medbud, is Specials. I got this from New Grove. So clearly New Grove can order things in from Specials, so you're not just stuck with using Specials, for instance. Now, Specials is really good in that they send you the medicine out before you've paid for it. They send you a payment invoice as they send it to you once it's shipped. But they ship medicine in a paper bag, and this comes in bags. So if this gets squashed at all in that paper bag, then your meds are getting squashed. So I wouldn't advise using Specials in the slightest, to be honest. I'm going to send them an email in a minute and let them know that what they're doing is destroying medication. But it's my experience that companies like this just don't listen and don't really care, don't understand, and they don't want to change. They don't want to do anything differently. Certainly that's Cantourage. This is non-irradiated. I'm shocked. This is non-irradiated and it's dead as doornails so far, absolutely dead. So clearly the non-irradiation is absolute nonsense. They've done something to this. I'll put the information leaflet on screen now. Its lineage is Banana OG and Sorbet, making banana sorbet. Roxton are licensed growers in Canada specialising in cultivating high-quality cannabis varieties in rural Quebec. Water-saving methods ensure sustainable cultivation without compromising the quality and potency of the plants. That's all great, but that doesn't mean a damn thing once you give it to Cantourage and they destroy it and send it to us. So you've wasted your time, basically, Roxton Air, thank you very much. So all it ends up looking like to us is that you just want our cash. It's indica dominant hybrid, it's herbal aroma with tropical fruit notes of orange and banana. I guess I could smell a tiny bit of orange when I open the bag. Patients report a balance between an energising effect and long-lasting physical relaxation. Roxton Air BSO1 can be used for the treatment of chronic pain as well as for alleviating anxiety and stress-related symptoms. Well, for a start, you're on 30% THC pretty much, so that is unlikely to reduce people's anxiety because it's so high on the THC, and high levels of THC with people that are susceptible to anxiety, they're more likely to get anxiety on those high levels of THC. So not sure you know what you're talking about here, Roxton. This is dominant in myrcene, limonene, caryophyllene, farnesene and linalool. The myrcene is pain-relieving and antispasmodic. Yes, thank you. The limonene is anti-xylitic and antidepressant. Thank you. The caryophyllene is anti-inflammatory and cell protective. That's probably got more to do with if you eat it than if you're vaping or smoking it. The farnesene is also anti-inflammatory and cell protective, and linalool is anti-xylitic and antispasmodic. Yes, thank you. Antispasmodic is what I need. So Roxton themselves, they believe strongly in cannabis and its therapeutic virtues. Therefore, we strive to offer top quality flower from carefully selected cultivars through a sustainable state-of-the-art vertical aeroponic cultivation system. We care about our crop like we care about each other. Well, unfortunately, Cantourage don't, and you've signed a deal with Cantourage. Aeroponics might be one of the hardest and most sensitive ways of cultivating, but when done correctly, the results are truly amazing. We're not seeing them here, I'm afraid. Our facility is composed of 34 vertical towers measuring 8 feet high and covering a total of 64 square feet each. Each tower contains anywhere between 144 and 216 plants depending on the cultivar, and will yield between 3.5 and 5 kilo of dried flower. Our vegging period is very brief to allow for short and bulky plants. This sea of green type of cultivation will give us a great bud size ratio. Absolutely true. Sea of green is a fantastic method for getting huge buds. We attach great importance to ensuring that our cultivation methods are sustainable. Our vertical aeroponic cultivation equipment uses a recirculating irrigation system, which means that hardly any water gets lost as we feed our crop. We only use LED lighting, which reduces our electricity consumption by almost 50%. By not using soil or substrate, we produce minimal organic waste, which we compost on site. Our vision is to one day pass these products on to other companies as part of a circular economy. All wonderful, marvellous ideas. Why have you chosen to work with Cantourage? Your banana sorbet is slated by everybody that's had it. Absolutely everybody. So all of the work that you're doing has gone completely to waste, and this flower is ruined. So I'm going to send this video to Roxton Air. I don't know what else to say really, apart from I should go and brush my teeth and then try this. I'm expecting so little out of this. It looks terrible. It smells of nothing. It feels terrible. Well, thank you for watching, folks. Sorry this is a bit of a negative one, but that's what happens sometimes, especially when you order things via Cantourage. We'll know for sure in part 2 when I actually try it and I can rate its effects, flavour, and we can look at it under the scope and see how destroyed it is. Cantourage is so disappointing as a company. They're really bad. Really bad. Probably one of the worst companies I've dealt with in the medical scene so far. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this ending happy. Thank you for being here. Hopefully it's given you a bit of information to go on. Come back in part 2 and I'll show you all of the good stuff, all the interesting stuff. And yeah, thank you again for watching. See you in a bit.